Radiant team ban. Dire team's turn to ban.
Probably he knows a little bit.
Knows a little bit like every other Dota player.
Do you actually think that they communicate in Russian and he just has to kind of pick up on whatever they say?
I mean, hey, they won. They got to the tiebreakers. It's working.
I sometimes can sense what people are trying to do just by the way they're talking, like using the mic.
10
You know?
seconds remaining.
Usually it's to let you know that you did something they didn't like, or that somebody did something they didn't like, and you can just hear that in their voice.
Yeah, you can tell by the time. Yeah. Very true. Well, let's see what we're getting on the bands. Jug band.
Yeah, the Jug Magnet.
Yeah.
Last time they also had the Jug.
Yeah,
with the healing ward, they couldn't deal with the amount of sustain.
Yeah.
Well, where's
the Dazzle?
They had like Chen as well, but Chen is also banned out. So.
Yeah, they did have Chen that game.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, what the other big sub Magnus ones? Yeah, what Troll, Clark.
Slark?
Slark?
We haven't actually seen.
We haven't seen many Slark.
It was in CIS. It was super hot, and then I feel like on the first day of EU teams, Slark.
We saw a couple
Somebody
of
in China was playing Slark.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Radiant
a lot of
team's
people
turn to
were doing
ban.
it, but today it sort of got ignored.
We mostly saw Slark in combination with Omni Knight, and Omni Knight has seen a lot of bans in this region so far. Ooh.
Ban out that Nyx, the catch.
Oh, the Amber.
Yeah, that was a good game. And yeah, well, we'll see if they do move it to a side lane and
10 seconds
something
remaining.
different, Mage in the middle against the Dazzle.
5 seconds remaining.
Playing.
Sin has been playing position.
Yeah.
He will be playing the Spirit Breaker mostly.
Yeah, Sin's been playing the four. Yeah.
I thought you said Sven at first. I was like, well, what?
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, I meant, yeah.
I was like, I think we saw one support Sven, and it was really atrocious.
I think he's played a lot of CM and he's played a lot of Shaker mainly.
Yeah. And some Grimstrokes.
And some Grimstrokes. Yeah, you're right.
Has he's played Spirit Breaker too? Or he didn't?
I'm trying to think if we've seen a Sin Spirit
Was
Breaker.
it him?
I don't know.
I've seen him on a Shaker.
Yeah, I don't think. Well,
some
at least on the games
Grimstrokes,
we've watched. But there's been 2 streams going on, so maybe in those other games. Yeah, have a look at these.
Oh man, finding their team name is actually so annoying. Why'd they name themselves Anti-Mage?
Yeah, it's actually... You gotta go to the... Like, if you go to Dota Buff, you gotta actually find the qualifiers.
Yeah, or just find one of the teams that they played against and find them. He did?
He did.
This is a game, okay.
Did he win?
Did they win?
They definitely won. Yeah.
Checkmate. Checkmate. I call it. They already won. And Spirit Breaker will Shrek him.
100%
That's
win
another
rate.
Willow for Milan.
Yep. He
Had
really
a
likes
pretty good game. I'm thinking
5 seconds remaining.
Kezu.
Yep. Yeah, this one looks like a funner Willow game, even though you had a good time in the last one. Nice to catch these heroes at least.
It's a decent lane as well with Magnus and Dark Willow. If they do put Magnus on 3, right? It used to be the Magnus Windranger, Magnus Willow. Just give her the Empower, let her go ham.
Ah, the curse.
Winter.
Raise.
I guess it's good after the RP as a counter initiation.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah, people can Wyvern against.
Where's my Tidehunters versus Magnus?
Remaining.
Yeah, why? You're cold?
5
Well,
seconds
why don't you
remaining.
wear long pants?
Why
I'm
are you in
sweating.
shorts if you're cold?
It's not cold.
JJ.
JJ.
That's fine. JJ's so grumpy, right?
Yeah, he's like attacking us all the
Even
time.
though
What
he did
happened?
have food.
We're so nice towards him like all the time, and this is how he
What misery
pays us
hero
back.
is coming up? What is
What does he want to play?
I'm thinking if he's gonna play the Magnus.
He might play the Magmine,
Yeah.
Oh my god, what good offlaners? There's a lot of good offlaners left in, right?
Yeah.
Morphling.
Wait, what?
So that's what, yeah.
That's fine.
Is that a 5 Dazzle?
No.
Nice.
You
Oh,
get it-
because Matt, yeah, I'm sure Faded can play the Morph though, right?
Of course.
And it's nice against
Yeah,
Spirit
of course.
Breaker.
It does not.
Magnus is still open.
Okay, yeah.
5.
All right.
10 seconds remaining.
Either we're
Radiant
afraid
team
that
ban.
it does, or we thought that it's gonna.
And when you're about Giannis, you're saying the more super good against the Wyvern, right?
I mean, you like playing versus Wyvern.
You get the Arctic burn and you got this crazy range.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's not bad
A lot
against
of magical nuke.
Magical nuke, yeah,
Spear
exactly.
Breaker.
You can turn into the Dark Willow later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Willow morphing with Aghanims
We've
isn't
seen
the
that. That
Aghanims.
is actually this.
Oh right,
saw that at
yeah.
Epicenter.
Remaining.
Oh, with it, yeah.
It is insanely stupid.
It's got no.
Five
So-
You're
remaining.
permanently inside Shadow Realm too, because the cooldown reduction.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Do you need thick socks,
We're gonna see
JJ?
the general Batrider. He's been having a very good qualifier, I would say overall. I mean, he hasn't been featured in one of
Did you
these
turn?
like
Did you see
more
if the
like
window is open or not?
while.
Dire team ban.
Pretty well right now.
Yeah, he gets a lot of his heroes targeted in most of these bans early on.
Yeah, but honestly, he's causing like a lot of troubles in these playing. So pretty nice to see. I remember him from Navi. He used to be pretty good. Like
Yeah, it was good on Navi.
He was
I
always
remember,
good when he
yeah,
played the
I always thought
aggressive, like
General was
the bats, the
Yeah.
clockworks. Like he's been getting a lot of his
good.
clockwork
the bat
banned.
was back in Navi. I think that was like his
Yep.
top pick.
Yeah.
Bat
Yeah.
is one of his best
He
heroes
loves
for
Bat.
sure, and it's
Yeah,
a cool Bat game so far. I think he's really happy.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I remember him getting those kills and then taunting all the time with Batrider when he was in Navi.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, he's
Very aggressive
flash.
player.
Yeah.
Like it.
The
Yeah.
general bat.
We've got
Who do you think
last
is his best hero?
fans.
BM, the Darkseer.
BM and Bat.
Yeah, BM and Bat I think are his best.
Oh yeah, it's Beastmaster. Yeah, he used to always. rock
He came
that
in
on.
clutch in the last
Yeah.
game. Him and Naive were the ones who carried the last game when they.
There aren't many good
One.
BM players out there. I think he's actually one of the like, even though he hasn't played so much games this year, he's still one of the best.
Who's the best?
I mean, Seb, you have a pretty decent BM, but I just don't understand. You never fucking micro your Hawk.
You know how sad it is? Like, yeah, it took me like a month to get used to stop microing it. Like, kept
oh, yeah?
being like,
You actually kept clicking? Oh, shit.
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah.
kept
Team's turn.
like it was so frustrating. Maybe not a month, but it took like at least a week. You know, it was so frustrating. Like the first games. Now you get lazy. Now you're like, yeah, cool. Now you play VM. You know, you just have to do
Focus on
anything. Let's see. So they're gonna have to show their hand anyway and decide where Ember's
10
going.
seconds remaining.
I'm thinking like
5
this
seconds
is most
remaining.
likely a Dazzle Matu, so they can't really put the more.
Yeah.
Ember mid sounds rough this game. I don't know. They're gonna
Radiant
look.
team's turn to pick.
Anti-mage.
Hey, yeah.
Alright, it's in the name.
Oh my god.
Anti-mage,
Oh my god, his
anti-mage.
name is right in front of you.
Let's-
JJ, add the anti-mage.
But anti-mage, is it a good anti-mage game?
Not really.
Not really.
I
right.
personally don't see
This is
it.
core Dazzle, right? It's going to start the game getting
Magnus and
speed up.
Dazzle are, should be
Can you,
Right.
if it's core Dazzle, can you put AM
10
mid
seconds remaining.
and then have the
Good.
spell shield versus him
No,
counter
it
spell?
doesn't work. It doesn't work. You have to click.
It
You
does
actually have to.
work.
No, you have to click it before the projectile flies. It doesn't work. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, you do it before. It's like
Choose
Willow.
your
It's like you.
hero.
Or it's like Grimstroke. We have to click it before the Phantom
pretty
is
sure that's
casted.
how it works. Okay, maybe I'm gonna get. But I'm
That's a
pretty
good slot pick as well.
Matu Slark actually.
Oh,
That's what we asked for, right?
Yeah,
we wanted to carry
wanted
Slark.
to see this. They picked Slark before, and they
Oh.
didn't have Matu play it. They played fated it. Yeah.
Isn't this
Morph
too...
going mid or Slark going mid?
Wait, yeah.
I think
the Morph's is not gonna go against.
Oh yeah,
Beth,
right,
of course,
right, of course. Slark is going safe lane. They're
Yeah.
just switching lanes.
Casual
I mean,
offlane
like
Dazzle.
roles, kinda.
That Kezu said is that the is that the, no? That's not the jungle quest. That's another.
Kezu
The
Dazzle?
new one, I think.
Mosquito is the jungle. Yeah, that's the new. His weapon is like 10 cents.
Yeah, his
I
weapon
mean, but-
doesn't fit.
Misery has 0 mag item. No, he has to. Oh, sorry. Is
The
that
hammer.
He has the hammer.
Means-
Is that horn different from the standard? I'm not sure actually.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I haven't seen it.
I'm curious to
No
what's
way,
gonna happen in this
zero
game.
Items in name. Sorry, I'm done talking.
No, it's,
walked over
it's all
that.
good. I don't know what they see in this
That was
end.
me when I was making.
Like, obviously, the Dazzle gives you a great mana void target.
Yeah.
Dazzle is like one of the highest in Kane in the game.
Yeah.
AM, but Dazzle is only physical damage. It's pretty rough for AM, you know?
That lane can't be. I don't know. That lane looks like it should be pretty hard.
But it's even later that later in the game, you're gonna play against a very early Solar Crest and the Heal Bomb and Juju and whatever. This is exactly what AM hates. Not exactly sure. I mean, they look to a lot of options on the last pick. They weren't like stuck by any means. They're just very confident that it's a good AM game. So they're gonna prove us wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. It does look a little tough as they have 2 anti-mages on their lineup.
Ah. You did that. Well, let's have a look. So, anyway, so this game,
better than one.
if Chaos win this, they're in.
They're in.
They are in the playoffs.
That was lame.
See if they can do the
But we want
final
more
hurdle.
tiebreakers, right?
I can't hear.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that how it works? Is it another round if it ties again?
They keep going.
I mean, I think they keep going. Yeah, if it sort of keeps tying up, it's never ending.
Entertain me. That's the fucking open qualifier game, dude. I feel like it's such a bloodbath.
Oh, he was forced. I mean, he wasn't there. Maybe he wasn't.
Yeah.
30 seconds to battle.
AM Wyvern, that's not a very strong lane. It's
Versus
trouble.
the Dazzle, I think. I think Dazzle playing against the melee and Vyron. I think it's rough. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gonna get hit.
Yeah, it looks like a fun lane to play for Chaos up top there.
Yeah. Dazzle and Willow
Considering-
versus them.
There's a good chance that the Spear Breaker will look at top.
Yeah, Cinder will fix that. He knows. Come on, he
course.
drafted that lineup. He knows what he's doing. It's all
This
planned,
ain't no
guys. It's
snowball
all coming
fight.
together, like the hero says. He knows what's gonna happen.
What about Morphling and Slark on the same team? Is that a bit greedy or what do you think?
That was lame.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Morphling has a pretty good lane, so it's not gonna be as greedy as what it could be. Definitely, they're looking to hit.
They're playing the lane, so I'm surprised about that. I thought they would do swap to counter it, you know, the Batrider mid and somehow put an Ember dual lane bottom. I mean, the Ember dual lane bottom sounds too bad, so.
But you know, man, last time I watched General play bad against Slark, he killed the Slark 3 times, and it was 1-on-1. So I think he,
TI
to be
winning
honest, it's
Slark?
not. Yeah, maybe not Matu Slark. I don't remember who it was, so I'm not gonna flame that Slark. But General did pretty well, honestly. He's a good laner, and it's not the worst lane for Bat if you play right, but it's obviously not that good of a lane. It's
Look
much
at
better to play against
Mage.
What's he got?
4 and 3. First wave
Aye.
against a Morphling.
against a Morphling.
And
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, what the hell? He's actually bodying him. This guy's not a mid player, maybe.
Apparently not.
Mage has been struggling a lot if you guys have been watching as well.
5 and 5. What's going on?
Oh, the hell?
What the hell?
He's got a double waved on him.
Gonna
now.
have like a level advantage on him almost. He got 2 range, nice also.
Wow. Looks like Johan was right. GG.
The Spirit Breaker factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all Spirit Breaker. It's the threat of the charge. It's the threat of the charge. Morph is
Yeah.
afraid.
And he's too scared to hit the creeps.
Jesus.
12 to 5?
12 to
12
5
to 5. What is going on?
Well, wrap it up, boys.
This
Yeah, I don't
is
think I've ever
over.
seen this actually.
GG.
12 to 5.
Oh.
Holy crap.
Well, I
This is
do.
when your teams, some teams they check the lanes, right? Like they ask each other, how's mid going? So I don't know what you answer at this point.
You don't say anything as more.
Well, all I know
Like, I don't
is
speak
it's all
English.
fine, guys.
That's all fine.
They're like,
Maybe the language barrier will save him. You asked if he
yeah,
speaks English.
no,
he doesn't.
no Englendo.
You won't say anything.
You can gank if you want to, but you don't have to, you know.
You can gank if you want to.
Oh,
That's the
mid is a kill for sure. Yeah.
That's the big one. Mid's a kill. That's the famous words from the mid players.
Means your mid player is getting bodied. Like,
I used to say that a lot, I know.
yeah, we all know. We know what happened.
Oh, General.
Oh, General.
Oh,
That's the kill.
Dude, I jinxed him. Sure.
yeah, I think you did.
I don't know. When did you see this Bat versus Slark thing? Because I think this new Slark is pretty good. Like he's a much
Oh,
more interesting
it wasn't
hero.
this qualifier actually. It was like 2 days
okay.
ago or something.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess the meta changed. I know. Now Bat is cheating.
Dude, Ember's
Magnus
getting every
not
last hit.
for Empower skill at all for the lane. Usually I play some Magnus support. I always skill Empower usually.
Yeah.
But this might give you more of a kill angle. Oh, Misery, no.
Maybe he needed the shockwave for the kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
see
he
it.
did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I like the,
Oh,
I
okay.
like the, when you just get like the 1 point in your vacuum, or your shockwave and your skewer, and then you go.
Yeah, people. Yeah, I don't know if people underrated, but this pushback on Shockwave is pretty big. It changes
It's amazing
the hero a
versus
lot.
Spirit Breaker too. It cancels the charge.
Yeah,
Oh, it does?
like
oh,
Flame Break.
Right.
Yeah,
Any
it's
movement
awful
thing-
to play Spirit Breaker
Yeah.
insta Magnus.
How's mid going?
Dude, he's owning.
Dire's
Bad,
top
man.
tower is
It's going really bad. Look at this morph. Like,
It's all fine, dude.
It's all fine.
It's all fine.
It's good, man.
yeah, don't focus on
Stop
me,
asking.
please. Stop asking.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Dude, wait, dude.
Yeah.
I've had some
How
really
mu-
shit games. Like, don't fucking Google Shanghai Major, you know? OG Shanghai Major. Don't Google that.
Google the Shanghai Major. I think you just stop
Body,
at that
mid
bit.
lane,
I mean,
oh my god.
Shanghai Major. How'd you guys do the Shanghai Major? I can't remember.
No, we don't talk about Shanghai what?
Don't
Google it.
Google it. Let's know.
No, what people have to understand is that this matchup is really bad for Ember. Like, it should be pretty bad for Ember.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
now, like, Morph is getting absolutely destroyed.
I'll top lane. Oh, gets the bash.
I still think it's gonna turn by itself. It just turns to something. I think you're gonna see more and more for more.
I hope so.
When though?
Next game. Because
Next game, maybe.
I'll see it.
Next game when he's not mid. Yeah.
Oh, General, Muzari is dead.
Radiant's middle tower.
But
You get General?
Batu,
I
TI
got
winning lead right there. That's some
There we
TI
go.
winning hits. That's a bounty room for Slark.
Not much good's
So
happening
it looks
to
like you guys got
Radiant's
knocked out by
bottom
Fnatic in the lower bracket.
Yeah, but they were also they
I
came top in their group.
Susmed.
But you did knock out VP, so you know.
Oh yeah, yeah, there
Easy.
was a Zeus.
No, I'm just kidding. Never
Oh,
easy
it
to
was a
knock out
very
VP.
quick game, huh?
Oh, was it a quick game?
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Shanghai
And the
Major was
VP
so
got-
There's
bad.
that one.
I got a
Fnatic
call
went
after that major. It was like, hey, we gotta do something.
Yeah, we gotta do something.
Yazoo? All the bashes, dude.
All the charges, what Sin's got his eyes on more. Sin? JJ?
One Dark Willow, yeah.
Checkmate.
Mate.
Fine, he's fine.
Oh, he got empowered, man. He's probably like, hey, you can empower me. Hey, mate.
I've never seen it go that much
Dire's middle
for like,
tower
like
isn't
not even
the
close like that
last
for an Ember.
There's an interesting bottom. Matu. Okay, never mind. General's just playing Optim. I was gonna say General's gonna have this double creep wave. Maybe Matu wanted to contest it or make it hard for him, but yeah. Now it didn't meet behind his tower. Matu
They're
playing
actually
really
not-
aggressive bottom.
He's got a lot of stick charges. They're not actually pressuring AM at all. Getting full free farm.
Yeah, he's untested.
Yeah.
Not miss the last hit is over.
Dazzle's one of these heroes, like, you want to be able to stay
That's
on
true.
lane. He wants to be able to push. Feels really bad to Dazzle right now. Not gonna be able to mess with this. If anything, Anti-Mage's gonna have a kill threat on him. And I would that he has already.
Yeah, he's up
I'm a bit worried for this guy with Dazzle. Yeah.
This dual lane top did not work for Chaos at all. Mid lane either. Bottom's the only thing going well.
And Matu's got a cat.
Yeah. Slightly better now, as Johan said. I mean, Ember is jungle, like, he lived slightly more optimal. He also got the Mask of Death on the Morbid Mask. Sorry.
He's coming top for slide DD. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
Ooh, just gonna hurt. Ooh, this is
Oh, the slight.
baby.
Someone got Dire's middle
That's one.
tower.
Anything more?
Radiant's top
Cut all
tower
trees.
deserves just as much help.
Oh, okay.
Staggers.
Hello.
Juicy stuff.
Oh,
No.
oh no.
Misery took my work, my hard work.
Oh, and now he's dead.
Attack.
Oh.
I mean, he suicided me out of the
He's
situation.
gonna time the bash! Is it freaking dead for that? He died for that bash!
Skewer.
Oh.
Double kill.
He stopped the skewer with the bash.
Yeah.
That made all that
Look at the
happen.
kill on A.
Middle tower.
They got the AM though, yeah.
And then he plants the suicide. Kappa, he's not playing the suicide top. He calculates that he doesn't die
Tower is under
there.
attack. Dire's
He was
middle
dead.
tower
Are they gonna get this as well?
won't last long.
He's dead.
He's dead.
I suppose murder's not an honest living.
All right, that's pretty big for Chaos.
Wait, oh, that was on purpose.
Right?
They got the AM.
They got the AM. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big kill. Yeah, and Morph is really catching up now. I mean, he has like so much space.
Yep.
Now higher level than Ember, which doesn't seem right when you saw it happen mid lane. But yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah, and Slark now has, you know, Midas finished up, and they are looking to kill General here. He's in trouble. He's pretty dead.
That's a lot of hate. Wet Rider.
Oh, ENG.
Can we catch him?
Matu wants it.
Matu is on
It
it.
can fly. High level though. Bounce is high cooldown, only level 1.
Can you level it up? No, I don't want to go.
Alright.
What do you mean he's fine? Maro, let him live.
I was going to say, that was some mercy there.
Yeah, winner.
Alright, yeah, just kidding about what I said before. Kezo's struggling. But everything's kind
Zero,
of.
you just want to get 6 in Necrobook right away.
Oh, Kezu's gonna die here.
Getting 6 in Necrobook right away.
Oh no.
Kezu is in trouble, guys.
Checkmate!
Yeah, that's
Here
what
it
I mean.
comes.
I think Dazzle right now feels so bad. Oh.
You were no match for the spirit.
He's playing with a Slark, Empower, and a Morph. I mean, he's not gonna get to head creeps, you know? Like, his time is done. Like, he had this, like, 8 minutes on the lane. That was his time to shine. And now he's gonna have to play like this the entire game. Rough.
Farm with Necrobook, if he ever gets it.
If he ever gets it.
Yeah.
I'm serious, this is so chill to play Spirit Breaker. Like, you can player perspective this shit. Like, just look at Sinner and look at how chill it is.
Dire's middle tower isn't
All you do is click that charge around the map, and then you usually can charge your way out if things goes bad. Look at him now.
But now he's beating.
Easy. Oh my god.
Easy.
Yeah, right.
He might be in trouble here.
Sin feeding. Never.
fortified. Radiant's top tower has looked
He had no
better.
chains, I guess. Never mind.
It's hard.
Get the tower now.
Tower is almost dead.
It's an interesting moment of the game because the tomes just go out. They're gonna get. You actually used it for Dazzle, I think. I think Dazzle got 1 and Willow got 1, so Magnus
Tower has
like
been
doing bad.
denied.
Oh, really? Dazzle took it.
I think so. I'm not 100%. I mean, I would also want to give it to Dazzle if he didn't. He might have gotten this level by himself.
Oh, never mind. Misery just bought one.
Okay.
Yeah, he got it by himself.
Okay, I think Willow 8 one, so never mind. He got it. He got the second one. So he got a 6 now. He's gonna get his Necro not too long.
He just
Guess
needs
he's
to,
the for the Tom.
he needs to somehow
That's it,
just
no?
hit that level like 10 so he gets that 30% XP on that Dazzle. That'll be his big catch up probably. A ways away, but.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, they're leading.
Can you
They're
guess what's
leading
in
in
it?
CS.
Yep. Look at Sind. No
Really
mercy.
upset, though.
Oh, Sind dodges it.
Bashes him
Yeah,
like a player.
Oh, dodges another one. God, gamer.
Oh, what he's done? Oh, but
Oh.
first round, of course.
Oh,
He tried his best.
he dodged a
He
lot.
is only level 3 though. We got a XP problem.
Oh wait, hold up.
Oh, whoa.
Oh.
Where's the Tom?
No problem, dude. He already has core levels, core items. He's ready to rock.
He has charge, he's fine.
It's actually
I mean, he's
fine.
got Earn and Oov. Like, that's,
He's 1-1-1. He's ready to go. He's like 90% right now. Peak performance.
Why is he waiting with his tome?
For the charge then. Not gonna use
There
it.
we go.
That's it.
What?
Yeah, because he bought it as he
I'll do
tried.
instead.
Yeah.
You can use
That's a huge kill.
I deliver the
they got Mat.
Yeah, that's a really big kill. So the fact that AM gets it, I mean, he had a really good start.
Where's
He's
that?
done a lot.
Oh, he dragged it to the morph.
It's a fade. I like that.
Easy.
All right. That was very nice.
Yeah,
Radiant's
I don't know if
bottom
that's
tower's
worth it.
got problems.
Kill is really big. Kill on a level 9 hero. Not very worth it for Dire, unfortunately.
Oh, nice dying play there from Misery.
By the way the tiebreakers work, that if there's another tie after the tiebreakers, they will play it again.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure. It keeps going
It
round.
goes forever. Yeah.
Goes
Yes.
forever.
Radiant's
Never-
middle tower
never
shouldn't
stop.
have to take this
Fun
abuse.
time.
Ever.
So, I see some Wyverns now skill E. Get 1 value point in it.
Just so
I don't know if
bad
it's good or
against
not.
Stark. It feels really bad against Stark to play.
Oh,
Spell.
actually. Get eat by a Wyvern, you're not supposed to.
God, yeah,
It's rough.
it's rough. Same thing
It's
with
really hard
OD.
to gauge when you want to use it, right? You're just like,
It just becomes
you
annoying,
feel like
know?
you should use it.
If you play against PA and you click E, it's like harder to mess it up. Like hard to mess up your E. But if you play against Stark and you mess it up, oh my god, it hurts so much. You just gave him like 10 free charges. It's gonna last for how long is it now?
It's like when you Like experience in Dota, there's this thing that makes you want to press all your spells to feel like you really contributed as much as you could have, but sometimes you're not supposed to press all your
Not
spells.
much good's happening to Radiant's bottom
Gets rough on
tower.
Wyvern, just body and
Let's just introduce Byron to Dota. There's a lot of... Oh! More fling.
Ah, he's good.
Are those cracks and dire?
No level 6 on Sind, right? Don't think just get on the Spirit Breaker. He's almost there.
What's he got?
Yeah.
you're actually the vessel.
He's maxing
Very
Bash
nice.
too, instead of maxing Bulldoze.
Yeah, that's pretty yeah, uncommon. People usually max,
Yeah.
I think.
The way it scales is
Bulldoze.
insane.
It's
Earlier
crazy now.
today, one was.
I mean, the stun duration on
1-0-2.
Bash. I usually been maxing Bash. I think max Bash is also really good.
Yeah. Okay. I know people go like the 144.
0.8 and
Diving top,
charge through.
Wyvern.
That's a good
They're all
point.
TPing in actually. They're taking the fight. This is gonna get scary. Matu can't get out.
Yeah, they're going to try and find us anyway. Pop the shadow down. He's now starting to
Oh,
retreat.
mag right away.
Yeah.
Cancel
Hug
the
it.
charge.
They get everyone else out at least. Watch that out.
Yeah.
They might get this with the chains.
What? You can't. Yeah.
Oh,
The Shadow Realm was too.
He could have.
Oh.
Oh, there was a frame.
I guess. Oh my god, he's gonna feel bad about that. Oh my god. Oh, that makes you feel bad. That made me feel bad. That induces paranoia, man. You should now it's always gonna be paranoid about
Every
TPs.
generation. My waters run.
get it, man.
Easy. Yeah.
Get him. Revenge.
Slide him.
He has no TP, guys. Come on.
Oh, they want Kezu.
Oh,
That would be the big
Just
one.
kidding.
Kevin's got back.
oh, that's
He's
not
here.
good. That was both his remnants. He's gonna die from this.
He's gone straight in, but his
Oh.
pounce is going to miss though.
There's a charge. Never mind.
So he's fine. He's out.
Alright, oops. Slightly off the mark.
So fun.
Let's act like nothing happened on the top.
What top lane?
What the panic?
Isn't it nice to play bad at this moment in the game when you have your travels? You're gonna have your drums used around, allowed
Top
to
tower
find
is
these
under
waves.
attack.
That's such.
Radiant
Money.
structures have been so fortified.
Fight Midas and
Dire's
do
top
this.
tower has fallen.
Radiance. You have the Trinity, the Holy Trinity. He bought the. Oh, dude, I keep calling this jungle. Like, I need to get rid of the Dota old names.
You bought the what?
They're beating
Yeah, it
on
was called
Dire's top
Jungle.
Tower.
Django,
That was
drums. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really old name for.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is not problems. Radiant's
I haven't
Yeah,
heard
this
someone
is
call
all
it
the way
Django's.
from-
Django, yeah, it's
I haven't heard that
Going
in
for Kezu, no!
7 years.
Django's drums of endurance.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so sad.
Why didn't he
It's gonna
celebrate
abandon.
himself?
Another one. Ace from kill.
Go the way I planned.
I think he, even if he tried, but it's like he didn't get time. He just would have grazed himself. It's hard to.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay, do you think you should buy Lincolns on Morphling this game?
I don't know.
He gets Spartan Curse, right?
Manta looks better,
Or Manta's better.
doesn't it?
I think maybe
Yeah.
later Lincolns can be nice against SP, but you can go
bottom
Manta,
tower's
turn into
being chipped
anti-mage.
away.
Kind of works against Ember much better. Lincolns.
Yeah.
I guess I see the value in Lincolns versus Mana Void, but at the same time, you're just dodging. Like if you're you're dead anyway. You're useless anyway. So Lincoln's helping you fight back.
Radiant's top tower
I think
is
it's
under
stopping charge
attack.
and Lasso over the Ember stuff, and I'm also thinking the offensive capability maybe turn into AM.
It's also, I mean, versus Wyvern too, right? It does have its merits. Because if you do get cursed, then they can set up on you pretty
Dire's
easily,
middle
I guess. I
tower
don't know.
isn't going to last long.
Yeah.
But I like the Manta
Maybe-
better
maybe
personally,
I'm just
but.
hate-
Such a hater, man.
Such a hater. Also a hater on Cinder not buying Magic Stick. I'm gonna keep calling out people that don't really, you know. Like, buy them small.
Oh, Sage. His mana's going down.
Oh.
Ooh. The defusal almost was enough.
They're so fat. Bad, man. Press one Empire and then you have to go back to base.
Almost got arcane boots. Wait here for 10 seconds.
Kill him. If he dies. If he dies now. If he dies now.
And he's online. There we go.
Even saves it for his course. That is a true support.
Go give it him. Go give it your Slark. Your Slark's low mana. Oh no, he used it for himself now. He used the arcanes, man.
Hold the invis though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's in charge. He's trying to go in general. Get the root out and the blast. No, no. General's fine. Sin then to charge, but we'll have to back away.
Spirit breaker.
Oh shit.
Faded. He's into the into the bat.
Oh,
He's got the fire
curse
going
is there.
himself.
And Dire's
Is it gonna be enough for the burst? Kill Matt. Oh, he survives. Matthew's alive. Jumping on the back lines. Mage to be able to find the madness. Sleight of Fist takes down Kezu as well. Got two. Matthew's on the retreat. The anti-mage is trying to chase down Matsumba man. VT faded, still continuing to play around Sinner. Matsu, he turns, he kills General. Can you get out of this charge? The charge is given vision. Matsu. Oh.
No juke for you.
Checkmate.
Checkmate.
I'm telling you, this charge hero is so dumb. It ruins the fun of Dota, man. It's like a word worse than techies.
What?
Spirit Breaker is like... It's a Dota hero.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Charging people for years. It's just like... It's the... I don't know, man. It's like when you just want to chill, you just play Spirit Breaker and you just charge and you're like, whatever happens, happens, man.
Yeah, you usually lose the game for it. Now you can't lose games.
You used to lose the game for it, for sure.
Yeah.
The big respawn instantly charge. Now that's a good thing. He's got Vessel done too.
I also think a lot of power just lies in the taunt he has. It's like the best taunt in the game.
Yeah, it is.
It's like the donkey taunt. Like, how unbalanced is that?
They're playing very aggressively, Dire. I really like it. I like how they're playing this game. They're making a lot of space for anti-mage.
It's the breaker.
Got this one bad death, but very fast.
Setting the flame.
If this keeps going, for have a very strong timing. Maybe take the game.
Mm-hmm. He went for the Manta, by the way. Instead of that Lincoln. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I
He can dodge the charge.
Yeah.
Take it like a man.
Yeah.
Grab the bull by the horns.
I think the Vessel also might have played a part.
Yeah.
When he saw that early of a Vessel, then he...
fortified.
So glad Morph doesn't dispel anymore. Remember when it
used
always
to
dispelled?
Yeah, oh, that was so stupid. That was like, oh my god, I was so mad at this hero.
There you go. Kezu's got his mech. Ready to help out the
Top
team.
tower is under attack.
These fights, you know, still trying his best to catch back up. I guess he's getting back on par with the bat.
Not bad. It's a pretty good spot,
Getting
actually.
up there with the farm.
There's a lot of pressure on Willow because all the Dire heroes, they have a lot of movement speed. They're very hard to catch, right? I mean, Ember, Bad Drums, Anti-Mage. This Slark, even though he's strong, he's just getting kited. He's gonna get kited a lot in fights. There's a lot of pressure on Willow to make these like stuns and happen. How they're gonna...
Yeah.
They pop the Willow first, I think.
Oh, he turned into Spirit Breaker.
They're going to charge back. Yeah, faded. He's in.
Oh god, he's got Bulldoze as Morphling. That's horrifying.
Oh, this is really smart though. Very smart.
They've got his mana burn. The Fear's going to sell it sunny by the end, but the Sin Spirit Breaker charges through. He's got another strike as well onto Misery. Misery getting backed up too. General's tying him up. Matthew turns. He's just been able to take down Sin. Moves over to Mage. Mage is dead as well. Matsu, with the control, takes two of them out of the fight. And to retreat, the NZ goes for the TP out, but Matsu's there to cancel it. Jumps in with the pounce, and it's a third kill. Chaos.
Such a nice fear coming out. Pretty much saving him there after he gets oomed. I think they also, did they have mana booting Mac or Greaves or something? Because something popped up that Morphling too.
It was the Mac and the mana boost.
Mac and
I don't know
mana
if the mana boost happened actually, but the Mac happened for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea was nice. I think they just overcommitted to the fight. Morph was like kind of in a bad spot.
You can also contribute it to Willow really enjoying this kind of, like, a lot of people talk about the Willow Roche fight. It's nice to pick it all.
Tower is under attack.
It's like whenever you know
Firefly.
the direction they're running to, he can easily set up the Bramble on the fear. Ooh.
Still stand by it. Spearbreaker will win this Dota game.
He's still believe in it.
But what about the Morphling who is the Bulldoze?
Yeah, that's the Spirit Breaker in itself.
That is true.
Yeah.
You found the...
He found it.
Matrix, dude.
Yeah.
My problem is this AM pick, like now he feels like he has to go BKB and it just doesn't feel like it's gonna help. I don't know.
Someone better help Dyer's
BKB
middle
really the
tower.
item? Like,
Yeah, why does he go BKB?
There's no way.
No.
I don't think.
Is it like the pounce and everything that's bothering him a lot? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, but I mean, it's be thinking about rather than.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
how to
understand.
carry rather than just how to survive.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
It's a good butterfly game. You get the armor. You need a lot of armor. Armor against Dazzle.
Yeah. This
But let's just pretend nobody
Radiant's
saw
top
that.
tower.
when Matu
If
gets
the goal is just to survive, you might as well stay in. If he stays in the fountain, he's not gonna die. You know, better than
That's
BKB.
the safest play, yeah.
Yeah. So.
right, like if Matu gets the pounce talent, right? The pounce talent versus AM is pretty devastating.
Yeah, right.
Which level pound
20. It's that or the dark pack damage. Yeah.
Oh, you definitely get a pound count, right?
This one, yeah.
ENG, just get the curse off. Well, he's already dead.
Joined Radiant team. Oh my god, more fast, man.
Radiant structures have been
Dude, I mean that's
He's gonna
actually
charge
so scary.
He's gonna charge mid with Spirit Breaker right now. Oh, yeah! Oh, okay, never mind, GG. Anna also did this to me in one game. Oh my god. Yeah, GG. Look, he's gonna click this W spell.
Bulldoze. Yes.
There we go.
Fine.
Gonna get out.
He's fine.
Dyer's
I was never worried.
There you go. He's not going BKB anymore.
There you go. Yeah, he switched. It's a good butterfly game for sure.
Yeah, that's good. I'm relieved.
Dude, somebody's
Radiant's
tapping
middle
into the
tower
line.
could use some help.
Talking fire.
They're listening to him.
We said we didn't like Lincoln, switch to Manta. We said we didn't like BKB, switches to the butterfly. Uh-oh. They know.
Oh, he has no mana.
Give him a bit of a tickle. Got Manta back now.
That's good though.
Got back up as well. Shadow Dance Matthew. Full committing, grabbing those stats. Now looking towards General for a bit of a hit. Puts the Fuser Blade.
Manta's out of mana.
No mana.
Is out of mana. He's still got the BKB to rely on if he feels threatened, and Misery's there by his side. Misery's very close to having the Blink Dagger on Magnus. It's 200 gold away. Not the big plays. Chaos actually starting to hang outside the base.
He maxed Skewer instead of maxing Shockwave too. You notice that?
Someone
Yeah.
Yeah.
You usually do that. Support. You don't give a shit.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's another curse that's not really being used to much
Oh
effect.
my god. He turned into Wyvern.
He's firing back, but there's no curse. And now we'll see Matthew just turn, jump onto Mage. Shields up, dodges the fears, able to turn with a slight fist and can remnant himself back to safety. But Chaos, they're pushing on.
Got the Arctic.
Oh, he's gotta be careful.
Dancing with the devil. Fine.
Matu's in.
He can come in the BKB, straight on top of Cindy. Wants that, takes the case to beat, but Cin's out.
But what about the Midas?
Now turn towards Mage, got a remnant prepared.
he has no mana.
He's committed with the Shadow Dance.
He has no
Matthew's
mana on him.
straight in on this.
Well, that was scary.
Oh my god.
He's just hitting people.
Guys, charges 84 agility.
Oh god. The creeps all die. Mine's up.
Just all time.
Bladed.
No, they had mana boost time just to...
I mean, AM has no business being base at cutting wave, killing the wave while his Ember and Wyvern just sleep push. I think it's really... He should have like, you know, 3 or 4k gold from there. Just get the tier 3, they probably get killed for some buyback, whatever, but no, AM needs to keep getting bigger. Definitely not in fighting ship right now. Game. Probably with pressure.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's
Yeah, he
bottom
started doing it,
tower.
but he did it a bit too late when he got outside the base.
Yeah. They have a lot of anti-push, like they have this Wyvern W and Ember.
Radiant's top tower.
He said like, oh, well, Raiden has a lot in, but he can't really catch. Very safe for them to wave the come. Not really using their.
Well,
They're
Faded
gonna
was.
start realizing.
He was right on top of that remnant. He knew where it was too.
Yeah. And what do you
Kelvin
think
made
about-
a nice comeback. He got fat.
Yeah, he's rich.
Yeah?
Rich, man.
Farming up with the neck problem, yeah?
You can tell they're very comfortable with the Dazzle hero. I mean, they really abuse the Dazzle system. Every time they have the Dazzle, they just pop and stuff.
Which is the
What do you got?
Which is the right talent for Dazzle? Is that the heal? Oh, that's the cast range. Yeah, oh, yeah, that's the new one that everyone takes. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cast.
It got buffed from 150, I think, than it was before.
Oh, that is really nice. Milan with that sort of setup, but the rules interfere. Well, I did just the timing from Milan there just outplayed him. He couldn't get out of it.
I don't think he had spirit up.
That was really nice.
Oh, he did. He did have one. He did have a remnant now.
Dire's middle
He
barracks.
didn't even have one.
Oh, he did.
Oh, he did?
Okay,
He
we're
just-
up. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
It was just Milan comboed him perfectly.
Beautiful.
Radiant's top tower.
That's right.
Just GG on Slark. Yeah.
Easy rank.
Problem is they're gonna force the buyback because they're gonna go top now, and this is what will be bad as Ember. Buyback from mid. Now he's gonna feel like buyback from top. It's two sides. Buyback and Wyvern.
Stop this. Stop spam slight change, but BT faded, just holding his ground. The range drags out, another attempt from Mage. Has to be careful every time Matthew gets close. The potential read. The butterfly's now done on Knife's anti-mage. See what sort of impact he can have in the fight. Oh, if it comes anytime soon, because that's the second set of racks taken down and away from them. They'll try and chase forward. Naive heading in towards Kez. He's actually going to blink in aggressively. Matthew's going to jump forward. Then pops in the bound crystal as well. BKB out from Matthew as he commits. Onto the anti-mage faces in as well. Naive, he's dropped misery. The RP grabs both Naive and Cinder, and they just call it. It's done and dusted. They'll GG out. And with that, Chaos have secured themselves a spot in the playoffs.
Yes.
As we'll have one best of one left for today between Cinder and the lads, and of course Arkham Esports for that last place in the playoff.
Willow and play in position 4, and they're gonna catch Chen. All right, the Maze catches Chen, and Troll Warlord Mason, he ends up getting the kill. Obviously, they knew exactly what KKB was trying to do here, and are they gonna get another kill out of this? There's no Surge, of course. He's level 1. That's gonna be a second kill, it looks like. Great body blocks from Boris to guarantee it, and now, are we really gonna see a third? The Maze, oh, he does avoid it. It might not matter still. The stroke hits, perfect hit. He is gonna charge away though and gets away. Well, they're missing all the creeps, but you know what? They got 2 hero kills out of it.
Yeah, they did get 2 hero kills. I don't know if that second. I don't know about that second one.
Yeah.
Because they did miss an entire wave of creeps. They allowed Darkseer to get in here. But it's an interesting way to combat that strategy, for sure.
Yeah, it does go both ways as the stroke misses there, because Moomianer, the fact that he died right there, he used a chunk of his mana anyways. He just gets to come back in and farm a little bit of the CS as they're still making their way back. So,
yep.
Yeah, in hindsight, I do see what you're saying. It might not have been good for the second kill, but either way, we're now in the lane. And already some rotations with Chen making his way to the top lane now, so they're not committing to a tri lane after what happened. Help Lifestealer.
That Frost attack goes. Start pinging away. That's 0.
And 0 could be in trouble. He's just gonna go for the TP play, which means he will get out of here. In fact, he TPs to the tower. He pops a salve, so he's not gonna go too far. But he's can only do that once in a while, of course. Double damage room.
This middle tower could use some help.
It's bad feeling for Medusa. Just about to grab it, and Death Prophet's like, nope, not for you. If I can't have it, no one can.
Yeah, I am excited. Although these are not the flashiest of heroes, this is a really good matchup here in the mid lane. Both Annihilate and Bryle are somewhat rising stars in the NA region. They're both very talented mechanical mid players.
Both have had their own success in a way. No, Bryle, of course, had a stint there for a bit with
Centaur dead.
Is he dead? Spear Breaker charging in, and yeah, when it connects, it should be. Knows how to dance. Figures he's dead anyways, but good rotation from the Spear Breaker. Still happen.
And that ghost, just such an annoying creep to deal with.
What was I getting at though? Bryle, he played for J-Storm, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Was on J-Storm for a good amount of the season.
Most of the season, I believe.
And then they made the last minute change. And hey, right now they're 4-1. The groups is J-Storm. He just played his former team there. Previous matchup in that loss. So speaking of Bryle mid lane.
Look at all the golems.
That's a lot of golems. That's a lot of rocks being thrown. Yeah, not much Death Prophet can do about that. Grimstar poured it in, but that Inkswell is just too late. And Spearbreaker could be in some trouble. No, he makes his way out. Good job taking the aggro from Chen. Yeah, seeing all those golems. A lot of stuns to happen.
He had the split mini golems and then another Hopper golem. Way too much damage and stun.
Illusion.
Mid matchup 16-7, Death Prophet 13-5, Medusa. So despite that Death Prophet still remains the slight advantage. Play on in this game. Something we talked about earlier with the Grimstroke pick, the lack of soulbind they had initially, they don't really answer that with their final 2 picks. I mean, Death Prophet, I suppose, kinda. Siphon, but it's not necessarily something you're looking to soulbind with.
Yeah, probably not. But like I said, the heroes, you know, he's good enough just in the basic mechanics of each of his skills to be worth picking here. The silence can definitely be a problem for Lifestealer if they are able to chain stun on top of that.
5-minute bounty rune's coming. And right now, Kuukaburra is setting up to get 3 of them. Looks like they are. Make sure to make it a 3-for-1, so advantage for the Dire team as they take a slight 1,000 net worth lead, but Mason on that Troll Warlord certainly getting the farm he's looking for. He's 31 and 15 right now. I guess Lifestealer's also doing really good. Ritsu at 29 and 24. So that many more denies, despite lacking the amount of creep kills. Paired. Yeah, both are doing very well is where we're ultimately getting at.
Yeah, both in great matchups. So you would expect these carry players to be efficient with their farm.
Not much good's happening to
And that definitely does favor the Troll, as he is better against the Lifestealer in the long run, I think.
Yeah, but it is a team game, and you look at the overall picture as, speaking of that mid lane, Annihilate puts a Siphon up, hoping to survive. He's got some bottle charges, also has support coming in now. Spear Breaker might be too committed, or is he? He's got another charge in a couple of seconds, gonna throw it a pause shortly after it. But my point I was just about to make, you look at both Darkseer and Medusa, they are slightly winning. Medusa's case slightly winning the matchup. Even Darkseer, though, despite Troll Warlord getting great farm, Darkseer, of course, is in typical fashion, is also farming pretty well. I guess he's been jungling a little bit now that I look at it, but still, he's level 5. And safe to say the overall laning phase going slightly better for the Dire team right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, level 5 to level 3.
Let's get on with it.
The offlane is definitely a big difference here, and it's just really difficult to shut down a Darkseer.
Not many heroes can accomplish that. I mentioned the idea of things like the Oracle,
Basically,
of course.
Oracle, yeah.
Or maybe Chen with that Purge creep, but other than that, oh, Enchantress. Enchantress, actually. Pretty good. Who picks Enchantress? Oh, all right.
Hey, I saw it picked yesterday.
Actually, no, in the finals for CIS, it was picked a couple times, so. A little bit of a joke there. She is Centaur. Got the bash proc. First hit bash after the charge in. Spear Breaker, and he takes over the Hellbird Smasher, throws out the stomp. Well played by Kitrak on the Chen. Good micro, and ultimately the easy kill in the end on Centaur Warrunner.
Yeah, he's been super active on this Chen, and that's what you get when you have two very self-sufficient heroes in the Darkseer and the Lifestealer as your side lane cores. It's allowing this. I mean, I really like this lineup from Kuukaburra just because they have two super active supports who don't want to sit in lane, and they don't have to.
No. Well, the cores just do their thing and live that surge of Spear Breaker. We've seen that once or twice before. Jets him forward, but Mason, pop the rolling axes, just runs away. He's fine, of course. He does have his Battle Trance at level 6. Calls for it mid lane. What's going on there? They're diving the tower. Bryo, he's behind the maze. He gets around it. Meanwhile, Bloody 9 trying to live against Ritsu is beating him down with the Rage active, and how much more he can do at that point. So they committed for the kill on Medusa, and it ends up backfiring as they lose the one support.
Yeah, Ritsu with a nice TP in there. Gets a turn kill after already taking the tower top. He's off to a really good start here. Gonna have a super fast Midas. And speaking of that top lane, Zero gonna cut through the trees. Hellbird Smasher, I believe he missed the stomp, so makes his way out of there. The Thunderclap. We talked about the tier 1 tower kill already happening. The Midas just around the corner now for Lifestealer. Expect to get in the free farm, but glance back at Troll Warlord. He's got his double Wraith Band, the full phase boots. We'll see what direction Mason thinks is necessary this time around with his build. Does he go maybe the really greedy route even? Something like a Battlefield, or would it be a Diffusal game here actually? For the Troll, I mean, it definitely seems like a pretty good Diffusal game. I think people are really starting to go away from the Battle Fury in general, basically on every hero.
Yeah.
And the Diffusal Maelstrom looked really good at Epicenter when people were building that.
Makes a lot of sense considering the matchup. As right now, again, he's just got an empty lane to deal with. So it feels good for safe laner. Spearbreaker and Chen currently around the top side. Chen's gonna wait for creep reset. He actually will take over the Wildering Ripper, and that's unfortunate. There's actually a Centaur creep right behind him and chose not to wait. But he'll be able to pick it up in a couple seconds anyways. Heal. Not the most action bound to happen at this point though. You take a look at the net worth. And kind of as expected, but biggest thing that's standing out to me is that Centaur being way down there. He's barely 2,000 net worth right now. He is not going to have that high of an impact at this point of the game.
Yeah, Annihilate also got shut down fairly heavily in the mid lane. He's suffering quite a bit on this DP, who wants to be a tempo hero if possible. Bounty rune spawning should be it's like an uncontested 2 for 2 actually. Surprising there.
Well, Dark's here. He's checking it out. Spearbreaker charges it, puts a wall down actually. They want to fight this. In fact, Spearbreaker will pick up the bounty rune. He is going to die. I mean, even an exorcism committed for this. So, considering he got the bounty rune, I think that's still a victory for Kuukaburra. We're not done just yet, though. Death Prophet. He's going to keep some pressure as Life Stealer showed up. But, yeah, bounty runes did go 3 for 1. Favor the Dire team.
An exorcism expended, nowhere near a tower. They don't have the creeps anywhere close, so it's going to be just a sort of zoning exorcism. And Annihilate actually needs to be kind of careful here. He's pretty low on mana.
So getting charged in with the Surge, just using his Infest to kill the siege creep quickly. Spearbreaker charges in, but no, won't cancel. Boris happens to be nearby, whether they know that or not. He's going to hit level 4 as well in the meantime, but AKB is thinking about committing towards a push, but now Boris shows himself. Drop Shadow Realm Spearbreaker to the left will charge on to Bloody 9. Say what's up to him as Life Stealer. Oh, he's talking about diving. He's going deep onto Boris. Wants this kill. The Iron Shell active, of course, but Boris juke with the maze, and he makes his way out of there. Another charge over to the left as Grimstork gets hit once again, but Spearbreaker just too deep, not doing enough damage, and Mason will start to beat him down. Gets the net that he's looking for, and Bloody 9 will get the kill. Up here, I Annihilate in no man's land completely.
9 heroes down here.
There is actually. The only one not here is the Centaur, funny enough. He did pop his Stampede earlier, but finally that's going to be the end of it. So despite 9 of the 10 heroes showing up, only 1 hero dies. The Spearbreaker.
Yeah, it's definitely a win for BlackSheep because Bryle rotated out of the triangle to come try and help his teammates. And Centaur was able to spend plenty of me time in the top lane. He's almost caught up completely to Darks here.
Expensive courier right now, but the Troll Warlord is going to be going the Maelstrom early on, as you talked about, as the Mithril Hammer's delivered. Centaur, though, while the action was happening down there, it's not worth stepping up a bit, and he is level 8.5 now, so 0. Certainly trying to be able to have that impact that they're hoping for, and sitting on about 1,700 gold, so looks like he may be just trying to get a Blink Dagger as soon as possible. Some strong initiation to work with.
Armlet going to be picked up for Ritsu, so he's stopping off for a more early fighting mid-game item. Probably will go Radiance right after that, but wants the armor against the likes of the Death Prophet and the Troll. Makes a lot of sense there.
Yeah, a little more of an old school. Well, it's one that, yeah, definitely hasn't been the main build as of late. Of course, this is more in the idea of you want to go for these Infest bombs, where for a long time here we've been seeing the whole Midas Radiance, and then eventually he becomes an involved Life Stealer play. But with the pace of the game right now, I suppose it does make a bit of sense.
Yeah, you also have the Medusa secure late game, so you don't have to play like super hard farming Life Stealer if you don't need to necessarily.
True.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
Easy tower kill, so that Armlet's just around the corner.
I actually wonder, he may end up going for like Death Zone, just trying to burst the Death Prophet and beat every fight. It's definitely one way to deal with her. Let the Medusa carry everything.
Yeah, no, going the Armlet already, that absolutely would make sense. And again, more to your point of they have Medusa for the late game, and they could use building hitting, because right now that is something that they're not great at. And a Desolator certainly would help. Mid lane, by the way, they're trying to Stampede in. Speaking of that, Blink Dagger picks it up. Medusa jumped, but she pops Stone Gaze, and they have to fall back initially, but will she be fine? The support's coming in. Chen trying to run there. Brock gets the hand of God to heal up. The Siphon's up as well for Death Prophet. Inkswell on top with the Soulbind. Soul and them tethering together, and Medusa does eventually fall. Kitrax also going to go down. A double kill for Annihilate. It looked close there for a getaway, but Medusa simply could not sneak on out in the end.
Yeah, full 5 heroes in the mid lane though for a good minute, which allows Kuukaburra to really push in those side lanes, get a bunch of farm.
crazy to see a team lose a fight like that. You still have a 3,000 net worth lead this early on, and the Grimstroke gets found by Spirit Breaker and Life Stealer. But I mean, the overall pace again still feels pretty good for Kuukaburra, despite how that fight looked.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they were farming that whole time, so a couple kills are not that big of a deal.
Yeah, something they being the Darkseer especially. He's even catching up to the Death Prophet, and he's got comfortable farm. He's going to be porting to the bottom lane with the rest of the team. I'm wondering if they're going to try for maybe a smoke play. There's a smoke on Chen. Currently in the Radiant jungle, though. Lifestealer does have the Deso queued up, by the way, so looks like you're right on that direction.
Yep, makes a lot of sense. They do want somebody to deal with the Death Prophet. Since he's kind of behind where he'd like to be right now, a Deso Lifestealer is going to make Death Prophet's life.
Where did Radiant's middle tower go?
So a lot more potential to do Roshan to get that Desolator.
Leading on Dire's top tower.
Chen is going to block the Ancient spawn over here. Actually, does that block it or is that just vision? I think that's just vision. Yeah, it's actually out of the box. That doesn't want to give away. Oh, actually, nothing spawned. He just tried to stack it, and I think he was out of there. Huh.
It looks like it's outside of the box completely, but who knows?
I think it might be blocking despite what the box says, because yeah, what we just saw right there leads me to believe that's the case. Either way, there's vision of that area.
Who could turn away from this battle?
Spirit Breaker is working on a Spirit Vessel. That's pretty good this game for a couple of heroes. No, both the cores it's actually pretty good against. Meander trying to get away, and it got help in the wall to vacuum in, and they have supporting cast coming as well, although the Soulbind as soon as Spirit Breaker showed up, that did not help. So a double kill for Mason. And yeah, to that point too, we were mentioning about the Soulbind, the lacking of the synergy earlier. Soulbind in itself is still like a decent ability despite that. Both the slow and the fact that it tethers them together so they can't get away necessarily. So yeah, it's just overall a really strong ability.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the hero's good enough to pick on its own. The double doom or fatal bombs or whatever is what makes it truly broken.
Man, I still can't get over though, Elevated, how every time I look at that net worth, it just grows for Kuukaburra. They're up 5,000 now, despite losing a couple more heroes at that top lane.
What's happening to Radiant's bottom tower?
BlackSheep has just been spending the last 5 minutes or so almost completely together as 5. So it's just allowing Kuukaburra to just farm almost the entire rest of the map. And they have super split up, you know, even Kitrax farming on his own in the jungle. You've got Ritsu farming the lane, using the Midas off cooldown. And I think that's a little bit worrying for BlackSheep. Like, they're just not taking towers fast enough. You know, if they had the tier 2s down, I think they would feel a lot better, but it's not like they have the advantage in towers even.
Yeah, they only have 2 tower kills, and for how much action having a Death Prophet, it does seem a little underwhelming, considering they're going up against these 3 cores that ideally were a bit more greedier cores. I mean, Lifestealer's building a bit more aggressive, as we mentioned, but still, point still stands. As Spirit Breaker, he's juking around with that surge. Of course, easy for him to do. And now he's going to charge elsewhere. He's going to charge all the way to the mid lane just to get out of here. So you got the 3 heroes up here for BlackSheep, trying to find something. Can't find that something. And instead, despite all that distraction, you have the cores continuing to farm. Medusa pushing out middle. She's level 15, the first one of the game. Then Lifestealer, 3,300 gold saved up. So Ritsu pretty much right-click that Desolator, or maybe he is gonna have a change of heart. We'll see.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Yeah, I would find it hard to believe that he wouldn't go Deso at this point. Yeah, he picks up double Mithril Hammers, does commit to it. That's the correct choice. I was noticing that Mason just finished a full Mjolnir before going for anything else, so he has BKB queued up next. Possibly we'll think about the Fusel later on. But wants the farming tool followed by the survivability tool.
That is an interesting choice, but because if anything, I just love the idea of the Diffusal, but maybe at this point in the game, yeah, Medusa isn't necessarily the biggest threat, and they don't need to worry about burning through that mana shield just yet. So the later on Diffusal, I suppose, is fine too, but full Mjolnir. And on that BKB as mentioned.
King RD almost has a Spirit Vessel, which will definitely shut down the Troll and the Death Prophet. As if the Death Prophet needed to be shut down any more than he is already.
Yeah, back to Annihilate has not had the greatest game. I mean, it's not been horrible either. 20-minute mark hits, and the bounty range picked up by KKB. Chen is caught getting this one, and will die for it.
4 runes though, going the way of Kuukaburra.
It's this is a perfect example of a game that there's so much more to a game than just hero kills.
Oh yeah, they know their timing. They know that they can't lose with this Medusa in the late game, and so they are perfectly content to just go to about 30 minutes or so, 35 minutes, and then at that point, there's not a whole lot that BlackSheep can do to fight them if the pace continues this way.
So Lifestealer infests inside Darkseer. They port to the bottom. Spearbreaker's charging with a surge. And here we go, baby. The vacuum. No, not even going to miss it. Another strike pushback at the wall. He runs on through. Trollworld gets away. Bloody Nine is going to be the victim. That's actually good news for BlackSheep. That could have been so much worse. Especially with Troll getting picked up, but we might not even be done. Welcome to Spearbreaker Darkseer. That is a good lift, though, with the Yule. Silence coming out. And the buyback from Grimstroke means it is going to be back to a 5 versus 5. Ritsu now has his turn to charge, and he pops Rage. He doesn't even care about the shrine. He just tears up Bloody Nine. And that's a dieback, by the way, on Grimstroke. And also, Dark Willow, she might be caught now. Bramble Maze gonna save initially. He'll just run over those freaking thorns. Thank God. And they can't get through, so Dark Willow does escape for now.
Yeah, I did say 30, 35 minutes, but this could definitely be a much earlier timing for Kuukaburra if they're able to continue to take fights like this. It doesn't really feel like BlackSheep have enough damage right now to take a fight, and their disengage and catch is pretty limited right now.
Lifestealer sees Annihilate farm the ancients nearby, catches up, open wounds applied. Bramble Maze trying to protect Annihilate. He has Exorcism. He's going to be backing back in, not using it just yet. The rolling axe is helping as well, and Annihilate does get away. Mason, though, he has to run, lacking the mana currently at half-life. Dark Willow can only run so far. Ritsu is on a mega kill streak now, and KKB, they just want to keep forcing it. They're just in the better spot right now, which again, you look at the lineups and you would figure that this Radiant lineup would be the one that'd be all about controlling the tempo earlier on, but it's just not the case right now.
That's the power of Chen, Spearbreaker, and these self-sufficient lanes. They're just able to get way more out of the laning stage, and they're utilizing that big experience and gold advantage to their advantage right now. Really just controlling, keeping BlackSheep stuck in their base, only allowing them one lane to really farm in.
Mason, he's going to TP in mid because there's a Viper. He's sweeping in a bad spot, though. That's a very vulnerable spot. Meanwhile, Dark Willow's picked off again. And Troll, they actually aren't going to commit to him. He just runs away, and this is going to be a tier 2 tower. So this also is a case of BlackSheep more so. It seems indecisive of what they're truly trying to accomplish here. Kind of a mixture of kind of defending, but not really. They lost the one, and they do lose the tower in the end. So, I mean, just look how they're already being choked at their base, it almost feels like. And we're just now only 23 minutes into the game.
Top tower deserves just
BlackSheep.
help his bottom.
Yeah, Mason is very close to this BKB. There's a BKB still a ways away on Annihilate. So, unfortunately, they won't have this 2 BKB timing on their cores. Centaur just has a blink. No real defensive items either. Yes, this game's looking pretty rough right now.
Spearbreaker just spamming the pings. Taking a look at the graphs right there. It's a very just smooth game right now for Kuukaburra. And look at this, taking the smoking, pushes back in with another strike. The vacuum wall combo comes out, and Grimstone picked up the bat. The Stampede not going to be activated from BlackSheep though. And Troll Warlord, he's in. He does have his battle trance still. Nice terrorize from Dark Willow, pushing them back, and there is the battle trance from Mason. But with the, he's not healing up much. I thought he had the Spirit Vessel. Either way, he is going to smash down Medusa. He goes down though as a response. Ritsu did fall as well.
Oh, King already escaped.
He actually gets away barely. The Ghost could not chase him down. So Annihilate in the midst of that too, doing plenty of damage with the Exorcism. I mean, they lost 4 heroes. It's hard to say that was a victory for BlackSheep, but It was actually a win in that mini fight, I suppose.
They did kill both important cores on Kuukaburra, and perhaps more importantly, they pushed them off of this high ground, which is what was trying to be dominated. Like, they need to reclaim this high ground if they want to have a game. They can't just let Kuukaburra sit there and keep them in their base. Gonna miss the ward though, so D-ward, fortunate.
My thrift rewarded.
Those Milner procs were out of control.
Yeah, they must have
almost single-handedly killed Lifestealer.
It seemed like that, yeah. Medusa especially just started to melt away, so I guess Diffusal isn't necessary at all. At least at this point, and she had the Eye of Scotty, I'm pretty sure. The start of that fight. Yeah, I saw her buy the components. It might have been